Someone you love is talking to you and you're not really listening, like actively tuning out. They notice. They stop mid-sentence. And instead of feeling bad about it, you feel relieved. That just happened to you, didn't it? It's called displacement aggression, and it's not random. All the shit you couldn't say today, to your boss, to the driver, to the person who pissed you off in line, your body's still holding it. So it dumps it on the safest person in the room, not because they did anything, but because they won't leave. But it's worse than that. Most people don't realize they're testing the people they love, like running actual experiments. Every time you go cold for no reason, every time you pull away when they reach for your hand, every time you're short with them over nothing, you're checking if it breaks. You push, see what happens. It doesn't break, so you push harder. Scientists call it the extinction burst, and that's what's happening here. You're testing how much the love can take. And here's the actual cycle. Discomfort builds during the day. Your nervous system needs release. It scans for the safest target. You discharge onto them. Brief relief, then guilt. And repeat. It's a regulation loop your body learned to run. And the math is completely backwards. The people you're cruelest to, the ones you actually need most. That coworker who annoys you gets patience, smiles even. But your mom, your partner, they get whatever's left after you've spent the day pretending to be decent. You'll apologize to a stranger for existing, but you'll give someone you love the silent treatment for 3 hours over nothing. You'll laugh at a shit joke from someone you barely know, then roll your eyes when your person says something actually funny. Strangers get the performance. Your people get the truth. And the truth, when you're tired and done, is just mean. When did that become normal? Sometimes it gets even darker. They're being nice, and somehow it makes you meaner. They offer help, you get irritated. They ask what's wrong, and you say nothing, like they just committed a crime. Because their kindness is pointing out how shitty you're being, and instead of sitting with that, you punish them for it. Guilt turns into anger. It's easier that way, and they let you. Every single time you're unfair, and they forgive you. Your brain learns something. With them, consequences don't really exist. You can be dismissive, impatient, cold, and tomorrow they're still there. So you stop trying as hard. You save your best behavior for people who matter less. You're literally nicer to people you don't even like. There's a term for this in psychology, the politeness paradox. The less emotionally invested you are in someone, the more mental energy you'll spend managing their perception of you. With people you love, that filter drops because the relationship already feels secured. Your brain stops treating it like something you could lose. And look, your brain didn't just wake up one day and decide to do this. It got learned somewhere, probably early. Maybe you saw it modeled, or maybe you just figured out that love meant someone would take your worst and stay anyway. Doesn't really matter how it started. What matters is it's running now, on autopilot, and most people don't even notice they're doing it. But here's where it gets really uncomfortable. We're not just testing if they'll stay. Part of us is actually testing if we can make them leave. Because if they leave, that confirms what we've always suspected deep down, that we're too much, too difficult, not worth the effort. And in some fucked up way, that would almost feel like relief. Like finally the truth comes out, and we don't have to wonder anymore. So you push, you're cold when they need warmth, mean when they're trying, not because you actually want them gone, but because you need proof you're lovable even when you're not. And the only way to get that proof is to test it to breaking. Every time they stay after you've been terrible, that's evidence. It tells you, okay, maybe I'm not completely worthless. Maybe this thing is real. You can feel it sometimes, can't you? That moment right before you're about to be cruel. You know it's coming. You could stop, and you just don't. Because the people who love you aren't just absorbing your worst. They're teaching you that your worst doesn't actually cost anything. And once you learn that, you can't unlearn it. So you start believing that's what you deserve. Not someone who brings out your best, but someone who survives your worst. Not a person who makes you better, just a person who proves they'll stay when you're worse. The question isn't why you're meaner to people who love you. It's what you're actually looking for when you test them like this. Proof they'll stay no matter what, or proof you were right about yourself the whole time. The scary part isn't figuring out which one is true. It's realizing you've been running the experiment all along, and that relief you felt when they stopped talking, That was just the latest result.